I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.TarotbyAnisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love lives or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at TarotbyAnisha@gmail.com. Virgos, welcome to your 2018 forecast. Quite an exciting and a very dynamic year for you. We have Saturn that has moved to its ruler Capricorn, and this happened towards the end of 2017, and we already have Pluto that is there in Capricorn since the last couple of years, and it carries on being there for next more couple of years as well. Now for you, the aspect of Saturn and Pluto is happening in your house of love, romance, creativity and children. Now Saturn has moved from its move to its ruler planet Capricorn, and now while Saturn is the teacher planet, it's all about going back to the blackboard, relearning new things. Pluto is everything about the under the surface, and as per Greek mythology, he is known as the god of underworld. And Plutonian energy is all about rebirth. It's about renewal. It's about completely transforming yourself, taking you to the point where you just sort of have a blank slate and you start and you literally reinvent yourself. Pluto also represents subconscious forces. It has to do with your deeper psyche. It has to do with your spirituality. It is also associated with endings and beginnings. On the negative connotation, Plutonian energy can be very controlling. It can make you want to be not just control others but even situations and be quite power hungry. Now for you, because this is all around in the area of love, and 2017 also for the last 2.5 years, Saturn has been there in your house of home, so there could be enough of hard work or heartache or chaos or stuff that you've had to sort of rebuild and recreate, and now the lessons learned, they have come to love. And maybe over here now with Saturn, you need to be relooking, reworking at love, and Pluto is going to be digging up stuff from underneath the surface. What is it that is really rotting underneath the surface, or what is it that is really whole, that really holds the relationship really strong? Where creativity is concerned, what is it that really moves you? What is it that you're really passionate about? Where children are concerned, I mean, you know, what is it that, how, not just that you're supportive as a parent, but how much of that inner child in you is allowed to step out. I think importantly for love for the next 2.5 years, you know, it's not just about does it work for you, but what is it that you really want, Virgos, for yourself? And that is going to be the question. Where is it that, or how it is that you define love for yourself? It doesn't have to do with comfort. It doesn't have to do with being used to a person. It doesn't have to do with because I'm in it, so let me sort of go ahead with it. It has to do with how much are you willing to transform yourself. And of course this depends on both sides. Either you want to keep the relationship or you don't want to keep the relationship, and how much of it is that you're willing to really work upon yourself. So there is going to be a lot of work as far as relationships are concerned. We have a lunar eclipse that is there in Leo, and this is happening for you on 31st of January. It's there in your house of behind the scenes. It's a house of compassion. It's a house of service. It's a time to be soul searching. Right in beginning of the year, it's a window, it's an opportunity to go for a retreat on your own. It's a time to introspect, delve within yourself, and really dive deep within yourself for answers. And it's also a time for healing, Virgos. Take this time off, just unplug yourself and do some soul searching that is required. Mid-Feb, we have a solar eclipse that is set in your house of day-to-day chores. It is your house of work. It is house of your health. And this solar eclipse is it's speaking about something which is coming to an end. For some of you, it could be a health issue. It could be something that has been recurring and you've not been able to either identify it, and this is a time it could be put to rest. And for some of you, it could be that you finally sort of shortlist an exercise regime, a fitness bit of it, and you say that, okay, I really need to be taking this into control and I really need to be doing something about it. May 16th, we have the wild boy, the unpredictable, chaotic Uranus. He's moving from Aries to Taurus, and it's moving for several years into your house of expansiveness, spirituality, and long distance travel. So the Uranian energy is very hard to control, but the good thing is that it's there in Taurus, which is like a corresponding earth sign for you. So and they're both compatible, Virgo and Taurus. So the only thing is that you really have to be open to the unexpectedness which maybe travel will bring, maybe experiences that can be done by interacting with people from different cultures, different backgrounds, ethnicities, and you would be implementing those at your own workplace. And this could also be broadening up your mind. So quite an exciting time, because and you will be traveling to some really exotic places as well with Uranus being over there. It could be quite suddenly, a travel plan will come about and you'll go. On the 26th of June till about 27th of March, we have Mars that is retrograde, again in your house of health, work and day-to-day chores. Now, first things first, not a good time to be getting surgery done with a Mars retrograde. And it's a time, use this time to I think again take stock of, you could be feeling a little low at energy at your workplace. You may not really feel like implementing and doing things, and you could be feeling demotivated as well. So first of all, just know that it's a phase and you'll sort of tide through it, and there's no need to be taking some drastic decisions with a Mars retrograde. On July 12th, we have a solar eclipse that is there in your house of groups of friends, with people whom you share similar desires, aspirations and goals. And this is coming to an end. It's a time where you will be literally sifting through your friend circle, people who need to stay, people whom you need to go. You would really no longer be interested in having superficial conversations. You want to have deep, meaningful conversations with people who matter, with friends who are there. So in most likelihood, it's not that it will be anything dramatic, but it could just, by the end of it, you'll realize that, they're just a few of your friends who matter, and that's quite all right. On July 27th, we have a lunar eclipse that is there in your house, again, of your work, health and day-to-day chores. Now this gives you a breather, gives you an opportunity, maybe something that you could have been with your work, if you've been trying to sort of restart something or even start a new project. This is a time that you will find. Some of you could pick up a freelance work during this time. Some of you could be finding work as a consultant. A great time as well to be taking care of your diet and your health. Around the 11th of August, we have a solar eclipse that is there in Leo, and it's there again in your house of behind the scenes and spirituality. So August mid is a time where you'll get the sense of realization of how deep your involvement is towards whether it is charitable organizations, whether it is wanting to run an NGO yourself. So there could be this sense of I need to be putting a blueprint for this, or I need to be putting up a business plan for this, and you will realize your own commitment towards it. From 5th October to November 17th, we have Venus, and she's retrograde initially in your house of communication and sibling, and then it is moving back into your house of earned income and self-esteem. So with Venus, not a great time to be negotiating, not a great time to be I think getting into any long debates or trying to convince someone of something. It's just a time to be introspecting, running through your own blueprint, revising, retweaking. Use the Venus retrograde also not a time to be spending a lot of money. I mean, don't go and buy something really beautiful during this time. It could be this really designer dress that you've been eyeing, simply because you may just find something more prettier after that and you will not be able to change it. So that could be quite horrible. So try and wait it out during these 2 months. Also not a great time for love. Try not to overcommit yourself, Virgos, during these 2 months. End of the year, November 8th, we have Jupiter that is moved to Sagittarius, and it is there in your house of home finally. And for you, it's been quite a tough place for the last 2.5 years. For some of you, there could have been some amount of drama being done at home and not knowing how to manage it, and there could be literally that one drama quietens and another drama picks up, and constant sort of upheaval at home. But now with Jupiter, you'll find that you would be entertaining more, you'll be having friends more at home. There could also be this, for some of you, you could be moving to a larger house. Just try and be careful, because Jupiter brings excesses along with it. He's the god of sky, so it will, when it gives in abundance, it like just gives without filtering. So the excesses, exaggeration bit of it can come along. Maybe you are looking at a situation at home with rose colored glasses, and you need to be looking at it as it is. So be careful of that. Don't sort of exaggerate the situation more than it needs to. So if things are not that great, accept and look at them as they are. And if things are nice and wonderful, I guess there's no need to sort of feel that, oh, we don't need to be having a plan B, or I wouldn't say get worried about it, but try not to sort of ride with the excesses. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Virgos. I wish you a fantastic 2018. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.